Hey folks, and welcome back to another livery build. Today we're going to make the Women's Circuit Racing Championship racer Chloe Jones. Before we dive in and do the livery as normal, I will show you how I did the sticker for the World Circuit Racing Championship, Women's Circuit Racing Championship rather, because it's an interesting little skill that helps me do lots of text. Especially kind of wavy text, if you imagine like Coca-Cola or those type of quite difficult fonts. What I do is I define the height, so you'll see that I put some red stripes across the page, and then I create these two shapes. Now, you can maybe in some instances get away with using like the crescent moon shapes, but what I find really good for this, you define the width of the lines with a semicircle, the half circle, and then you define where those lines are, the angle of those lines with a little crescent moon. Can you see how I did that? And then I just connect those together using some straight rectangles. Now in this instance the logo is split in half, so I've had to use a triangle shape just to create that. But this is a pretty low level example of how this works. You can see that rather than making it more difficult for myself, I'm just copy and pasting shapes as well. Just copy and paste, and then I can move it over, and I've already got the right angle, I've already got the right size. I just thought I'd share this before I jump into today's livery, because I've done this for quite a few different more complex fonts, and this isn't complex by any means, but it's a good one that shows it. But for very small thin lines, you don't even really need to use that semicircle. You can get away with just the crescent moon shapes. You can kind of squish and pull them to create the curved line. And make that a little bit smaller because I ran out of space. And then I can pop. I always say this, but don't worry if it's just 1 or 2 pixels out when you're putting these shapes together. I try not to get too close to the screen to make sure it's 100% perfect, but what you'll find is when you put it on the bike, you won't notice it. But there you go. Pretty simple. And we'll pop this on the bike. So what I'm going to do for this bike, I'm going to start off with a matte black, because if you look at the pictures of the bike, you'll see that the majority of the bike is matte black, and then the gloss stickers apply on top, and then you have the top of the fairing, the top of the livery is the gloss paint. What's also pretty cool is if you've made half of this livery, you've probably made half of the entire grid. So the whole championship kind of sticks with that consistent logo going across the side, and then this top half is kind of custom for these sponsors. So in this instance, we're going to go bright orange, and we're going to have the GR Motorsport logo on. Tried to get the brightest orange as I could. It looks almost perfect out on track, so I was quite happy with this one. But for many years now, I've been trying to find that really bright day glow orange, and it's difficult. Pop the GR Motorsport sticker. So I'll talk a little bit about Chloe Jones while I put these details in. So Chloe started racing motorcycles at just 11 years old, actually. This back in 2015. Just the little mini moto. She joined the British Mini Bike Championships novice class back in 2015 and won that season in her inaugural season. 2016 she stepped up to the Pro Mini Moto class and finished second. There was some really tough competition that year, but she finished second with LRJ Racing. Actually later that year debuted in the Mini GP 140 class and won her first 2 races there of the weekend after just 2 practice sessions. Finished 3rd in that championship, so fantastic start and a rapid rise. Come 2017, Chloe won that Mini GP 140 championship, wrapping up that title with a round to spare. The following year, she progressed to the Adult Open class on a Honda CRF 150, eventually moving to a Yamaha R3 for a wildcard VSB entry, competing against some very seasoned riders. She qualified 12th at Silverstone and was just 2 seconds off the pole and finished 8th at Brands Hatch with some impressive rookie results. As one of the only female riders scoring points and even reaching the Junior Supersport podium in the British Superbikes, Chloe has begun to make waves and had made a breakthrough on the world stage. In 2024, Chloe earned a wildcard entry into the FIM Women's Circuit Racing World Championship with GR Motorsport and impressively scored 2 6th place finishes in her debut. This is her first rookie full season. This is the livery that we're making today, and it has certainly kicked off even stronger in the 2025 World WCR Championship. And I wish her all the best as well. I actually think that she's had some second place victories recently. Balaton Park in Hungary, setting a lap record as well. Best WCR race results to date. 5th in the championship, I think, at the moment with 3 podiums. So definitely a title contender. Wishing all the best for Chloe representing the UK on the world scene. I think it's fair to say that motorcycle racing is a male-dominated sport, so even more reason to get behind and back Chloe, as she consistently challenges the norms and makes history as the first British woman to podium in the World Championships. And did so because usually when I'm reading about riders in their early stages of their career, they've come from a racing background, or their family raced bikes, or they were involved. Their family were involved pretty heavily before they came along. But in this instance, from what I could see, was that her parents, non-racing parents, just very supportive and gave her the platform to give this a go. And I thought that was wonderful to hear, because it's certainly a disadvantage. Just adding the details to the front of the bike, we're not too far off. What I do notice on the pictures is the white detailing that goes around some of the shapes of the pan, the tank. What the racing model that you see out in the WCR is somewhat different to this road model that I've adapted. So where I'm working now is going to look slightly different to the real thing, but I wanted to get the right angles, the right sponsors, the right colours. But I've shifted it up the pan a little bit, as you might notice. But there is a Pirelli, Panther and a Muttle sponsor on the side. And I've tried to leave some space for the number 15 as well. But had to adapt the livery a little bit here at the bottom corner. But I think the end result still looks pretty good. One thing I really like to do with stickers, which has bit me in the back a couple of times, but I won't stop doing it, is adding the taglines, adding the details underneath. It's so easy to use a fraction of the layers to make a sticker, like the WM sticker you see, and just miss out all of the text at the bottom because it's really small. You probably can't see it out on track, and it takes a hell of a lot of layers. But I have to do it. I don't know. To not have anything there feels incomplete, and I sacrifice a lot of layers doing that. However, in this particular livery, layers weren't an issue at all. I don't think I missed any details, and we had hundreds of layers left at the end of it. So in this instance, not bad, got away with it. But there's times where I've done a really nice sticker and I've put like a whole tagline underneath it and then wondered why I ran out of layers. There you go. I will give a nod, a bit of a shout out to Mr. Troymond, who has created or had created a 2024 downloadable championship of this class by adapting similar liveries with new numbers. And it kind of showed me that if I did make one of these bikes, it would be quite popular. So I certainly gave it a go. The liveries this year are a little bit more complicated, but I do like it with the wave, the logo going across the side over a matte base. That's right up my street when it comes to making liveries. On the top of the tank you have this yellow stripe, with some black stripes at the side. I've looked at multiple images, I don't see any sponsors or numbers there, so I kept it blank. If there are any other racers from this particular class that you'd like to see their bikes made, do let me know. I have received a couple of messages in the past for people asking for different riders from this class. Honestly, I go by the amount of times it's asked, so if I say yes to every one single request, I'd never stop working. But if I start to see same names crop up over again, then I will definitely prioritize it and get it made. So if there is any, I'll let you know that other people have asked, so you can certainly add weight to their requests by adding yours. There's the stripe. I am going to put the GR Motorsport sticker there. It's on the tail of the racing one. You actually can put the stickers on the there's actually livery on the top of the tail. I don't get that here on the ride version, so I just popped it to the side. So I didn't want to miss that logo. Okay, I think we're about done. What do you think? Just put some little finishing touches. Since I have the layers, I can be a little bit more picky. Yeah. So there we are. This is the 2025 Chloe Jones Women's Circuit Racing Championship livery. A beautiful combination of gloss and matte black, which looks fantastic out on track, with the brightest orange that I could possibly squeeze at this moment. Yet another plea to Milestone to bring out some kind of neon or illuminous fluoro colours in future. But it came out pretty perfect in my view. What do you think? If you think this turned out pretty good, then drop me a like. I would love and appreciate it. Let's take it out for a ride. I do have a suit, albeit a rushed one, but it still looks good. Fortunately, she doesn't have a crazy detailed suit. We'll take it out for a ride. I love the sound of the R7, I love how it drives, I love how it kind of slides around. It's a great bike. And I really enjoy watching esports leagues that utilise like an R7 Cup. They're always close and fun racing. But look how good that looks out on track. Super, really happy with that. It's a great set of many good R7 sets. It's a great bike. I think it's a DLC bike, so grab it if you do. There's some awesome things. I'll get working on the next one. I've got maybe a custom livery coming up next that I'm going to be working on, so stay tuned for that, and some other videos on the way as well. Thank you for watching, thanks for liking, and thanks for subscribing. There is a huge percentage of people that are not subscribed that watch these videos. It's cheap, it's free, it's easy, it supports me. Thank you very much. I'll catch you next time with the next one. Crix us out. I'll see you real soon. Enjoy the rest of your week.